power. People are not mad with you just because you have a Bentley. And a lot of preachers nowadays are driving Bentleys. It's like Bentley is the preacher car now. It used to be Cadillac back in the day, and then it was Mercedes, and then Jaguars were in for a while. But now it seems like every major pastor has to have a Bentley, and I'm not criticizing that. I am an apologist for the church, and I have no problem with prosperity. I think God can prosper you. Period. I think God can prosper you. But my problem is a lot of the fellows in the streets are sick of preachers. They're sick of us because they feel like we come into the neighborhood, those of us who have a Bentley or what have you, and as we come into the neighborhood, we're coming in just to preach a sermon and then leave. And Rev.Hosea Williams' motto was, I would rather see a sermon any day than to hear one. He always talked about, I see so much you do, I hear nothing you say. Rev.Hosea Williams always said that the best sermon that I can ever preach is the sermon that I live in my life. You understand? And so my brothers and sisters, and I know this is a political podcast and I'm sounding kind of preacheristic here. Preacheristic, if you will. I hope I'm still on the air. I hope I'm still on the air. You all know that all of this technology is still very, very new to me. According to some, in just a few months, I have had an excellent learning curve. I hope they're right. I hope they're not just trying to make me feel better. But I will tell you, there has been a lot to learn, and there is a lot yet still to be learned. I often think and wonder what would Rev.Hosea Williams say about Donald, the guy running for president. I don't like to call his last name. I often wonder what would Rev.Hosea Williams say about this clown. What would he say? I know one thing: Hosea would be in the streets protesting. Rev.Hosea would be on every talk show. Rev.Hosea Williams would be out there letting his opinion be known about this guy. And again, I keep thinking, when a guy is that irresponsible, and I'm shifting gears for a moment here, I'm going to Donald. When a guy is that irresponsible that he is willing to make statements which destabilize the nation and destabilizes nations, how dare we even contemplate trusting this buffoon with the codes to the nuclear arsenal of the most powerful nation on earth? How dare we? How dare we? You understand what I'm saying to you? How dare we? And so I said it in a video yesterday, and I will say it again. Anybody that supports Donald at this point is a few things. Number one, you are a racist. Number two, a nutcase. You've got to be psychologically unstable to find anything attractive about his candidacy. And it fascinates me when people try to say things like, well, he's a smart businessman. Excuse me. That lets me know that you're not paying attention. He's a smart businessman, or is he a con man? And how smart of a businessman is he? He's run his company into the ground 4 or 5 times and laughed all the way to the bank. Someone told me he's filed for bankruptcy 11 times. That's smart. Bill Gates has never filed for bankruptcy, and he's the richest man on the planet. I told you yesterday that Word on the grapevine is Donald supports terrorism, and one of the reasons he does not want to release his taxes is because there's a lot to hide there. He supports terrorism. He wants to accuse the president and Hillary Clinton of being co-founders of ISIL, which is a statement that shows his buffoonery and shows that he can't be trusted. People say don't take him seriously. No, take him very seriously and take him at his word. Let's take him at his word. He says that he's brilliant. So if he's as brilliant as he claims to be, then I think he knows what he's doing. He knows that ISIL uses his statements to recruit members. He knows that ISIL uses his videos and his speeches to recruit members. Even Hillary said it in a gaffe. And a gaffe is when a politician mistakenly tells the truth publicly. They use his stuff to promote and to recruit, which says to me he must be a terrorist. And I also asked yesterday, where is his birth certificate? I need to see Donald's birth certificate. I think he was born in Germany. He acts a little bit like Hitler. I think he was born in Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you to do the Sherman D. Manning podcast a favor. Go to YouTube and look at our videos there. Not the podcast, but the videos. Go take a look at all of them. And go get a copy of the brand new book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. It is the 22nd book that I have written. Finally, please tell all of your friends to tune in and get this podcast on demand. Tell them to listen to this podcast. Help us spread the word. God bless you. You pray for me. Keep the faith. Bye-bye. See you.